Hi, my name is Soleil and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very exciting announcement. Let's talk about book clubs. So I have been meaning to start a book club for a very long time. I was part of a book club in high school. It was so much fun and I want to have a little book club on my little corner of the internet. So I am launching not one, but two book clubs. The first one will be starting off in September and it is called The Romantics. So we are going to be starting off by rereading one of my favorite romance books of all time, or will I say romance series, because we're going to be reading all three of the series if you're partaking. And that series is Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison. So I love this book series. These three books are each like my favorite romances of all time. They are set in a cozy small town. First one is Friends to Lovers. This takes place on a Christmas tree farm, but it is a Christmas tree farm in the off season. So like, you don't need to be too worried about the Christmas vibes because you can read this at any point in the year. Don't be turned off by the Christmas things, or if you're excited about the Christmas things, Christmas Tree Farm. This one is a Friends to Lovers. It is so sweet. It's a little bit spicy, but not too spicy, just a little bit spicy. And all three of these take place in this same small town. It is so cozy, it is so fun. There are characters that start off in the first book that are kind of just around in the town. They're neighbors, they're part of the community, and they pop up in the other two books as well, which is so fun. So I am so excited to read these books and to reread these books, and hopefully some of you might want to join me in that adventure as well. I will have all of the details for the Romantics book club down below. We will be reading a romance book once a month, so I decided to go a little bit wild and do 3 for the first month. So really, if anyone's interested in reading all 3 of these and discussing these 3 in the month of September, please feel free to join down below. This book club, as well as the next one, are both available on Fable. It's a free app. You can make an account. It's super fun on there. You can make your own little profile. You can join book clubs. You can discuss each of the chapters and each of the books. You can see what book is next. And it's just a really fun time on there. So feel free to join my romance themed book club, The Romantics, on Fable. I'll leave all the information down below. And every month I will be announcing both on my channel here as well as on my Instagram, which I will also link down below, what the books are before the month starts for that next month. So right now in August, I'm announcing the September books, and then later in September, I'll be announcing what book we'll be reading for October. So that is it for the first book club, The Romantics, and then for my second book club, because I decided to just go ahead and make 2. We're gonna see how it goes. I'm really excited about this one as well, and I've been meaning to do this for quite some time. It has been a long time coming. And for this one, it is the Mythologists. So we are going to be reading myth retellings once a month. Right now the book club says monthly/bi-monthly. We're going to be starting in October and will likely be monthly, but I wanted to give myself some space to kind of figure out this 2 book club situation. So we are going to be reading myth retellings from all around the world. There are so many myth retellings and books that are based off of myths that I've been meaning to read for a very long time. I have a specifically Greek myth retellings TBR that I posted over a year and a half ago at this point, and I haven't read a single book on that TBR, and those are just the Greek myths. So it's been a long time coming, and I really want to start reading these books. But also what's fun about this book club is we are going to be reading the myth retellings, but then also finding a little bit of like the origin story of the original myth. So like, it's not going to be reading like the full original myth. Like if it's, I don't know, for instance, like if it's a retelling of the Iliad, we're not going to read like the full Iliad, but we're going to get a little bit more context about the myth itself and like what the source material is, which I think is so fun. It is very like English degree of me, so you know, I'm very excited about it. But our first book is one that you most likely are familiar with. Maybe you've already read it, maybe you've heard about it. I've been meaning to read it for quite some time. I still haven't read it, and I feel like it's about gosh darn time, and that is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. So this is such a staple in the book community. So many of my friends love this. This is a favorite of so many people. So this is going to be our first book, and we're going to start off with reading this in October. So this is a little bit early. I will discuss it more later on in September, but I figured if I'm announcing one book club, I might as well announce both. So this is going to be our first pick, and then I'll announce the later picks at a later time. And if you have a favorite myth from anywhere around the world, or a favorite myth retelling, favorite book inspired by a myth, please let me know, and I would love to add it to the TBR, because there are so many amazing stories from all over that have new variations, have new imaginings, have new retellings, and they all sound amazing. And I'm so excited, and just like myths and folklore and all of that is just, oh, I love it so much. So I can't wait to start reading those books. So that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. As I mentioned, the links for both of these book clubs are down below. They are both on Fable. It's the Romantics and the Mythologists. And if you are interested at all in romance books or myth retellings or myths, folklore, any of that in general, then come on down and join my book club. It's going to be a fun time. Specifically for the Love Light Farms books, we will be reading one book a week starting off in September. So we'll be starting on September 3rd and reading it through September 9th, then having a live show on the 10th. And I'll just put all of the dates and details right here so you can take note. It'll also be down in the description down below. And there will be live shows following each of the books so we can discuss that book in particular and have a good time. So if you are interested in these books at all, please feel free to join me. I think it's going to be a ton of fun, and I hope I'll see some of you over there. So until next time, thanks for watching. Bye!